Welcome to the next round of NSL talk. We have breaking news today here. It's Tuesday, the 15th of December, and I have a new visitor, Mr. Thiago Muradas. And we just heard of him in the last days in the NSL news. Thiago, have you recovered yet from the trip?
No, it was an intense trip for sure. Yeah, it was a quick and intense weekend, but in a good way. Yeah,
30 hours from Deland to Rayford and back.
Yeah, that was it. Up 5 in the morning on Friday, back home 4 in the afternoon on Saturday. So
okay, let's break the news. You got a phone call from SDC Rhythm XP yesterday. I got a phone call later.
Yes.
What is it?
Yeah. Yesterday we had a conference call around 3 o'clock, and they broke news. They told me they would like to have me on the team, and and what I can tell you right now is that I still, it didn't sink in yet.
You're a happy camper.
Absolutely. Maybe I'm not showing much, but I am. I'm absolutely happy.
Looks like a pretty happy smile.
It's great. It's right after Nationals, I knew that Sebastian Tempest was not gonna continue, and I was looking out there for opportunities, and I had a couple offers, but knowing that Rhythm was a big thing, and right after Nationals, I was in touch with those guys, and we've been talking, and kind of lots of emails and phone calls back and forth. One meeting at the Land a couple weeks after Nationals, and then all the way through the tryouts on Friday.
And we had other candidates there, and your selection was against all the odds, the latest odds.
Apparently.
Actually, the NSL audience expected actually Nick Grillet to get the slot. That was the last one before your video was posted. But you improved your chances dramatically after your video was actually on the website. You had 14% success chances, and they doubled within a day after the video was out. So some people must have been watching your flying as well. So Nick was still the winner at the end, but
I knew that I had to invest on the homework. Of course, I knew the flying was not only the only thing, but I knew that was important. I mean, it's maybe more than 50%, out of the whole thing. So yeah, I had to do my homework, and I did.
Let me ask, how did you do it? You've never been flying tailslot neither in the tunnel nor in freefall. You looked, I was observing it, witnessing it. You looked like you have done the tailslot for your whole life. So how did you prepare for that?
Well, I don't know. It's good to hear that's what you saw. I had Chris Ash's notes, which was Chris Ash was tail for Sebastian Tempest for 2 seasons in a row. So great teammate, great friend of mine. So I had his notes to study. I had Laurent's notes to study. Laurent was Rhythm's former tail, and Rhythm provided me with Laurent's notes. So I had those 2 sets of notes to go through, and in a period, I would say, of 6 to 8 weeks, I logged all the homework I did. So probably more than 5 hours of studying notes. 10 hours of video footage, studying the back work, the back piece work, and about 8 hours of visualization.
Well,
that was my homework.
That is impressive. Yeah. So you prepared yourself all the way mentally and nothing else.
That's the least I could do, I think. I didn't want to go up there to.
Do you know if the other 2 candidates, if they had the same footage and information available provided by Rhythm, and do you know whether they used that or not the same way?
I don't know. I would say that they at least studied the Rhythm's videos from Nationals, which is it's available on the NSL website. I'm not sure if they did any homework at all.
Let's go back in Thiago's history a little bit. attentive NSR News followers probably remember a story that the NSR News wrote in June 2007.
I think I remember that.
You were jumping with a pickup team, Taiwan's pickup team,
Yes,
but then
yeah.
it meets here, it meets there, and you caught the NSR News attention obviously already for whatever reason, and we went back in your history, which began actually in Brazil. You are Brazilian.
I am a Brazilian citizen, yeah.
And you were with the Brazilian national forward team at some point in time.
Correct. That was 2001. Yeah. World meet in Spain, Granada.
Yeah. And that didn't get you anywhere there. I remember that when we talked about it. So you moved on. You were looking for the next opportunity, and that brought you to South Africa.
Yeah. Life in different funny ways took me to South Africa, where I spent 4 years of my life. And in South Africa, I ended up being on the South African national team.
That this is something that you would like to copy at some point.
That's exactly what happened when I saw those guys. When I saw Magic winning that world meet, I could, in a way, totally relate to Solly and Gary's story, because I was, living in the same place they are from. Kind of, I knew their home drop zone, and I was like, well, I always had it as a dream, and I saw those guys doing it, and it kind of showed me that, I don't have to be the first one. It's, those guys did it. They broke ground right there, and I kind of felt it's something I would, give up or do anything to kind of know what it feels like. And
so you decided by then already you want to be world champion one day.
I don't want to. This sounds terrible because it's such a huge dream, and not a lot of people know that. But I felt something big at that time. And I realized that, staying here in South Africa is not going to take me there, or at least I didn't believe at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I thought a lot, and, had a few options. Where should I go, or where can I go that's going to take me at least closer to where I want to get? And I knew that I had to come to the States, and I worked on it, and here I am.
That's what happened.
Yep.
Then the Taiwan's year in 2007, where you met your future teammates.
Correct.
And then this lineup decided to stick together at the end of 2007, which turned into Sebastian Tempest in 2008.
Correct. Yeah, it took me a year, maybe two, to settle down, and because you know how it works. You get to a new place and nobody knows you, nobody who knows who you are, what you can do. So it took me a little while to settle down. The Taiwan's project helped a lot. And finally, the Sebastian Tempest project happened. So that was my big step.
Which was still a weekend team.
Correct.
And the days of a weekend team are over now.
Apparently, yes.
With SDC Rhythm XP.
Yeah.
They have sold their houses, quit their jobs, and they are challenging Paris Fury and Arizona Airspeed now.
That sounds great.
That is you. We're talking about you.
Wow, I'm telling you, it didn't sink down yet, so it still sounds a little weird, but yeah, it's big. It sounds big.
Well, that's what's coming up for you, Thiago. We are glad to hear and see more of you, probably very soon with the team. I can't believe how quickly we run out of 10 minutes. But here's one more thing. The lineup is not complete yet. We are still missing...
Yes, we don't have an official cameraman. I believe we have 3 options at the moment, but we're looking for someone interested to join such a big project, interested to be, part of a great team, group of people, and to achieve something big. So
So Rhythm is open for applications with a video slot. Anytime people can get in touch with the team, and will surely be an exciting season, not only an exciting year, it looks like a few exciting years maybe coming up with the team.
Yeah, sounds really exciting.
And I'm sure we'll speak very soon again, Thiago. Thanks.
I hope so, yeah. Thanks for having me, Kurt.